So for those of you who are just joining us, we're just kind of starting to work our way into the conscious man. And I want to talk about, what does that mean? I want to take us in. I want to give us this experiential feel for what the hell I was writing about in that post, which absolutely was not ever meant to be shared publicly. That was me just on a hike in Australia by myself, roaring. Had just done a Kali meditation, was really connected to that, had come out of doing a lot of work, holding a lot of space for different parts of self, specifically around for women. So holding space for women, specifically around this desire and longing for like sacred marriage, the big mama union, right? That tantric relationship, stepping into the divine feminine, he's holding the divine masculine, and then that dance, right? So she's fully opening, he's fully penetrating, fully holding, fully protecting. He is consciousness, she is love and light and bliss and joy, right? Can you feel how fucking awesome that is? There's a reason we long for that. There's a reason that we desire that. There's a reason that we like poke holes in our relationship or are constantly like wanting more, because we know there's more. We know that there's more. And so this post had come out of, I don't know, I was just walking, and I gotta set this water down, sorry. I was just walking and angry, angry and fired up that we have not been shown how to get that. We have not been told how to get that. We've been told fairy tales and fabulous Cinderella stories and this painted picture of Prince Charming showing up, and then we ride off into the sunset with him and all is well. And I was so angry that it took me 30 whatever years to finally understand that, oh my God, I'm patterned to sabotage that. I'm patterned to attract something that is not that. Not because I consciously chose to be patterned that way. I didn't say like, oh yeah, let me sign up for some really shitty relationships or some relationships that are not fulfilling, where sex sucks and I know that there's more and I'm begging for a deeper connection and he's not showing up and he's not present and all of all of that stuff, right? So it's that, how were we not shown the way? And then also, how do we deny the way? So I could show you the way. Somebody else could show you the way. I'm not saying my way is the way, but somebody could show you the way to remove those blocks, to undo that patterning, to open up, right? Like if you want to be in this tantric union and in this sacred marriage, you've got to open up to being that divine feminine, right? Being Shakti, being that full love, full light force, that bliss, that joy, that just absolute like, hell yeah, I am alive. This is life. This is bliss. This is joy. This is feminine. This is Shakti. So if we want to come into relationship, that's got to open in us. Now that can open in relationship, right? So that can open with a man or a woman, right? This isn't man and woman. This is one person is primarily holding Shakti or feminine, and then one person is holding Shiva, masculine, right? Holding, penetrating, permeating, loving, right? And there's a dance. So also when when this union, and it depends on, everyone's different, we all express differently, but just because I am a woman in this, I'm in a woman's body, doesn't mean that I don't also do this with my partner. And he does this. So it doesn't mean that some relationships are where both traverse and can play the roles and there's this dance. But anyways, I'm digressing. We should do a podcast on that or something, or an episode on that. But I want to talk about what's required. I want to talk about that post. For some reason it's resurfacing. There's a lot of energy around it. Like, it was just published on Rebel Society. Like, big shout out to Rebel Society. Hell yeah, we love what you guys are doing over there. So it was just published there. It just got recycled. A gorgeous woman created a video where she recited the words in there. And it was like, burst. Did a lot of things listening to this woman read it, and the emotion that comes up, and witnessing a woman who is stepping into the opening to that, doing what's required to open to that and to come to that. So there's a lot of energy around this, and it just feels right to revisit it from this place. Also, astrologically, it is hilarious that it's resurfacing right now. So what's happening is we're in this place astrologically where there is some serious awakening, transformative energy being thrown at the goddesses of the sacred marriage. So the two, Juno and Parvati, who hold the wisdom of the sacred marriage. So you can throw goddesses out the window. You can throw archetypes out the window. I don't care if you don't believe in that stuff or think it's woo-woo. That's totally cool. But it's a part of you that holds the wisdom to the sacred marriage. That holds the wisdom to having a really fucking good relationship in this life, like in the physical. I'm not talking out there, I'm not talking woo-woo. I'm talking really tangible here, now, present with your man or your woman. And getting to those heights and those depths and that connection and that love and that joy and that bliss and that ecstasy and all of that stuff. And so right now it's this purifying energy that's being blasted at that part of self. So it's an awakening energy, it's an opening energy, and it's a purifying energy. So it's asking you to let go of things that are in the way of standing in that wisdom of, this is how I relate to the masculine. This is how I step in to sacred union. And this can be sacred union with self. So this doesn't have to translate into a physical relationship, although oftentimes it does, simply because when we work on the inner energetics, if that's what we're wanting to create in the world or to attract into our world, the outer energetics by law, by like natural law, have to line up with the inner energetics. Like, there's no way that dude can't show up, because that's just the law.